had the opportunity of working in the ring with Mercedes Monè not too long ago and actually defeating her, which led to a really big moment for you. Talk to us about what that was like and also what it was like working with Mercedes as well.
It was very exciting. I think anytime you get the opportunity to work outside of, I don't want to say your comfort zone, because AEW definitely I wouldn't say is like a comfort zone. I'm constantly wanting to push myself and be the best version of myself. But the women within there, I'm a little bit more used to working with them, their styles, the way that they think, and having the opportunity to work with Mercedes, somebody who has obviously had like a big imprint on the way that women's wrestling is now today. It was First, it was like a little bit shocking when I found out. I was like, I'm in this position. This is great. Go me. And secondly, it was just very much of an honor. So I think working with her was awesome. I would love to do it again if I were to have the opportunity. And what was the second bit of your question?
Oh, you pretty much got them all right there. Yeah, you got them all.
It really, wrestling her really kind of set me up to, and winning the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, being the first inaugural New Japan Strong Women's Champion, really did set me up for a very exciting few months. Being able to defend that, being a champion is constantly putting yourself out and defending that, showing why you are a champion, why you are worthy of it. And I believe that I did that. And I had a great time going over to Japan to wrestle Julia, who is an amazing competitor. She's somebody else I would also really love to wrestle again. And then kind of had that momentum going into the Owen Hart Cup tournament and main eventing against Athena. And it was just really like these big moments after one another. And I feel like that really kind of helped set that stone into motion, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, talking off of your New Japan Strong Championship win and stuff like that, we all know that Eddie's got the belt now as well. What did it mean to you to have somebody like Eddie go on TV and be like, yo, they need to sign Willow?
Oh my God. So when that happened, I was backstage. But I didn't hear it until after the fact. Somebody was like, yo, you need to watch Dynamite, like see the clip that just happened. And I was like, wait, what? And then my phone was in my back pocket and it was just buzzing. And people on Twitter are like, at Chris Statlander, at Willow Nightingale, blah, 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 blah. And he just called out, like, more women's wrestling. And I was like, heck yeah, of course it would be Eddie. Because Eddie Kingston is great. I've known him for years, working on independence before both he and I ended up in AEW. And it was also very awesome to be there when he started his tour of Japan and win the Strong title. So it's just lovely. You know, having moments like this, it's cool. It's cool to be like, this is a notch in my belt and this is a little piece of my legacy. But to have it with your friends and share that with the people who you kind of like grinded it out with for so many years, it's like a next level kind of rewarding.
Willow, we were talking about the New Japan Strong Women's Champion. Who are some people you would like to defend it against and just wrestle against in the future?
Well, I have lost that championship to Julia. I mean, I would love to wrestle her again and win it back if she's still holding it, you know? I mean, at this moment she is, but if I were to ever wrestle her again, if she were to still have it, I'd love to take it off her. I think Momo Kogu is somebody who I teamed with and have wrestled in the past. Who I've actually formed this bond with that I really wasn't expecting, and I think she's absolutely an amazing competitor. She's incredibly athletic. Her heart and her spirit is like, there's no quit in her. So she's somebody I would love to see have a shot at that title. If we're thinking of people from like AEW, somebody who has like an equal work ethic, athleticism, and like a lot of heart and spunk to them, it's going to be Sky Blue. Of course, I'm a little biased. She's a good friend of mine, but I also tend to make friends with people that I truly believe in and want to see succeed because of what they bring to the table. So those are just two people off the top of my head who I think really exemplify hard work and what it is to be strong.
Willow, one of the most popular brands now with AEW that Tony purchased is the Ring of Honor brand. And earlier this year, you and Athena got to make history by headlining with this fantastic title match, one of the best, not just women's matches of the year, but one of the best matches of the year. Did you both know going in that it was going to be something special, knowing you were given this spot to make history and make history that you did?
I mean, I think every time you are put into a big match like that, you hope that it will be something special. And the 2 times before that Athena and I had wrestled had really been matches I was proud of. Whether I came out the victor or not, I was definitely proud of the matches I had with her. So going in, you imagine that there's going to be something special, but for me, having it be in Trenton, New Jersey, which is like, I'm from Long Island, so that's the tri-state. That's where I was grinding and cutting my teeth on the indies. So like having the crowd behind me like that, having my parents there, just like the energy in the building, all of it together, being the first main event for a Ring of Honor pay-per-view that was, by 2 women, it was more special than I could have imagined. And that is really saying something, considering the fact that I didn't even walk away with the championship at the end of that night. I was hurting, I was tired, I desperately needed to take a nap after, maybe an ice bath too, but I still had a smile on my face because even though I lost, I really knew that I laid out all that I could and did my best.
A couple more.
You have one of the most organic reactions when it comes to fans. I feel like since we've seen you do your thing in Ring of Honor, what we said with New Japan, I mean, I know I can speak for Knockouts and 3 Counts that we were watching you on the indies and all those things as well. So what do you think it is that's really been able to help you endear yourself so quickly with a lot of the fans, whether that be Ring of Honor, AEW, or New Japan?
What's funny is we are here doing the meet and greets at Starrcast, and one of the fans that I had met said I have this magnetism, and my mother is she and my father, they go out and they see these bands all the time, and they have all these people that they see with different bands, and everyone who meets my mom says she's a magnet. She just pulls people to her. And I really guess I'm fortunate in that I have that same magnetism, and whether that be a biological thing, a genetics thing, I'm really fortunate that I was brought up in a household where I was loved and supported, and when that is given to you, love, support, confidence, belief, it's very easy to give that back to other people, and I think that's what fans feel is I go out to the ring and I hug the fans as much as they want to hug me. Everybody wants to have fun at the show, and I am having fun, and I want people to do that with me. So I think wanting to build a connection, not being too cool for school, and just that's really what it all is.
Last one, guys.
I wanted to ask, what was your experience like in Japan outside of, your magnetism? What definitely was vocal with the New Japan fans and how they got behind you, but what type of experiences did you do outside the ring in your time in Japan?
So this most recent trip that I had, I was really only in town for the 2 days that the 2 shows were. So I didn't have a lot of downtime, or really any downtime to explore. But I had previously gone and wrestled where I had maybe a 10-day trip or so. And I had days where I was able to explore, go to different temples. I got tattooed when I was there. And I really felt safe, which is as crazy as all the culture, not crazy, as different and loud and beautiful, and I mean this in the most affectionate way possible, as that culture is, in terms of the brightness that I saw in Harajuku. I felt safe most of all. That is the one thing that always stuck with me. I could walk alone in the middle of the night and not feel like I had to be looking over my shoulder or I needed to rush. So yeah. That is, oddly enough, the thing that stuck out the most.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it.